What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, if you see something you like here today, please don't forget to subscribe at some point during this video. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. Glad you came to see me. So, one that I've been needing to review for a little while now. It's actually a lot more versatile and a lot more fresh than you think. It's from a niche house that was featured in a booth at Scent Explorer when I went last November to New York for the event. So what are we talking about today? From Kajal, it's Kajal Homme. Stay tuned. So, starting right off with the presentation, the box is absolutely nothing spectacular. Standard box, it does have its designs on it. You know, nothing's really raised much or anything. There's a little bit of embossing on it. Nothing going on the top. Barcode on the bottom. Some information about the fragrance on the back. Box is standard stuff, nothing special, you know. Now the bottle. The bottle is something special for sure. So you notice, you see this plate on the front? That's actually a metal plate. Same thing on the rear. You'll notice this design right in the center. It's also the design right in the center of the cap. The cap has that flower pattern design as well. It's the same pattern, just in the entire cap. Doesn't click into place, but does hold firm. You see that beautiful brown color to the juice. And this is entirely metal with a little bit of plastic filling in the cap as well. It's kind of got a copper color to it. This is probably the nicest cap in my collection, to be honest with you. Atomizer, it's pressure sensitive. You can spray a little or you can spray a lot. Very smooth distribution. And that scent is beautiful. But in regards to this presentation, it is one of the nicer presentations on the market in my opinion, and for that I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Now scent, so this was released in 2015. It's classified as an Oriental Woody. I will put the notes right here if you want to check those out. So in the opening, it has a very strong freshness and a lot of citrus up top, and it does have a light floral quality to it. Even though the florals aren't real heavy in this one, it definitely gives off a floral aspect. It's very bright, very refreshing, with a light oud in the back. It is a natural smelling oud. It's not medicinal at all. No cough syrupy pencil shaving vibe, but you can distinguish that it is oud. So in the transition, the citruses tend to mellow a little bit. The woods rise up a bit more. It does start to get a little bit creamier from the sandalwood. You do have a light sweetness from the tonka bean. It starts to get a little powdery, and a little warmth from the cardamom. It doesn't really get so spicy as much as it gets a little bit sweeter. It's a light floral, light citrus, starts to become much more woody and creamy with a sweet powderiness that kind of has a warmth to it. Just a touch of spice, but not really much. It's more sweetness than spice from the cardamom to my nose. Then in the dry down, it's just powdery sweet tonka with woods is pretty much what you get throughout the duration. And the duration is for quite a while. The scent on this one is surprisingly fresh, surprisingly wearable, versatile, and light. When you look at this bottle, you're not thinking a light scent that can be worn in the summer. This is actually a four-season type of scent in my opinion. For that, on the scent, I'm giving this one an 8.5 out of 10. It's very natural, very beautiful. I don't find this polarizing in any way. I can't see too many people not liking the way Kajal Homme smells. This stuff is incredible, to say the very least. And then on the longevity, I did get about 10 hours on my skin until it really became a skin scent, and it maintained for quite a while. The projection aspect of it was solid as well, but in the longevity category, for giving me 10 solid hours before it became a skin scent, that is a 9 out of 10. Now, like I said, projection, it never fills a room, but it is a solid arm's length for a few hours. I would say in that 2.5 to 3 hour range. Then you get a little mild scent bubble. It projects pretty well off of my skin and stays consistent for several hours. I mean, we're talking beyond the 6 hour mark of it still coming off of my skin pretty rapidly. Not heavy, but not weak by any means. It's definitely in that moderate territory for a long time. Projection on this one gets an 8 out of 10. Overall, Kajal Homme from Kajal Perfumes is absolutely an 8.5 out of 10 fragrance, in my opinion. Now, this was sent out to me for review for free, but I had no guidelines, no talking points or bullet points or anything like that. This was my opinion, because I actually, if you look at this picture right here, you see a little flower on my finger. The Kajal booth didn't have test strips. They had these little ring flowers, and this is what I had on my ring. And it stayed all night long, and I kept sniffing it and sniffing it. This is really good stuff. I didn't even try anything else from the house because this one drew me in based on the look of the bottle and the name of it being Homme. I figured that was a safer bet to go with something called Man from their line. And I was right. And lo and behold, this is extremely versatile. Very, very niche, high quality smelling because it is a niche fragrance. This stuff's incredible. It really is. It's $180 retail from what I've seen from their website. I'm not sure what other places you can get them from. You can get them from Kajal Perfumes. I will link their website in the description down below. I gotta say, this stuff is great. It's fantastic. I don't know anything else that smells like this, you know? It's surprisingly versatile. And if you go easy on the trigger, you can wear this in the heat. You go a little bit heavier on the trigger, you can wear this in the cold. This is signature scent worthy if you want to set yourself apart from the crowd. This isn't a mass appealing Ambroxan scent or a blue scent by any means, but for a more sophisticated man looking for a signature scent, Kajal Homme can be that fragrance in my opinion. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried this? This stuff is incredible in my opinion. One of the better fragrances I have in my 300 plus bottle collection. Absolutely, bar none. This stuff is great. I was so excited to get my hands on a bottle. Thank you to Kajal Perfumes for sending this out for review. I do appreciate it. It will get plenty of wear. This will stay in my rotation. I can assure you of that because it's such a good fragrance in my opinion. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on this, you give it a spray now, I'm real confident that you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.